Hi parents, it's Teacher Lisa here. I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick video to go over a few things that we're working on in class this week and to show you around Google Classroom a little bit. Um, Last week the kids did an excellent job on their state reports. I saw a lot of really beautiful reports and I could tell that the kids put a lot of time and effort into them. I wanted to show you when I grade things in Google Classroom, I have an opportunity to leave comments for your child. And I think it's really helpful for the parents to be able to see those comments too and check in with their child to make sure that their child knows how to respond to those. So you can see I've got Abigail's report here. She did a beautiful job. I gave her a few comments on the side. I said, be sure to read your presentation and capitalize all of the proper nouns. So state names, city names, people's names. You can see on this page, she capitalized everything that's a proper noun. So she would just go down to the next page and check and make sure. This page looks great. Of course, like I chose one where it's not. So here we go. We can see that right here on the fourth page, it says this is a map of Hawaii, and she just forgot to capitalize it. So she could go back in and make that quick fix. So most of the children, I would say about 2/3 of the kids forgot to capitalize quite a few of the proper nouns. Some kids didn't capitalize any of them, and that was our grammar focus for last week. So we're going to continue focusing on that this week as well. You can also see I left her a note about adding some information on slide 15 about the mountains and rivers in Hawaii. So if you see a comment like that, just encourage your child to put that in. And then I'll always leave them some sort of an encouraging note as well. And like I said, the kids did a beautiful job on this. There were a few kids, I would say 4 kids, that didn't see the second page in the assignment. So they were missing a few slides. So their comments will say that they need to go back and put in those slides. So you'll see, like, if your child has a 70% on their report, that's because they have those missing pages. And as soon as they put those back in and turn them in, I will give them a higher score. So, I also just wanted to go ahead and make sure that you guys knew, and here we go. I'm sorry, I'm going to get back here. Okay, that you knew how to navigate Google Classroom, and that this first page, when you open it up, it's the stream. So it's just announcements for the kids. I used to let the kids chat with each other on this page, but it got so clouded with chats, and then some of the kids were chatting a bunch and then not getting all of their work done. So I cut it down for a few weeks, and I may re-implement it in a few weeks, but I want to make sure they're getting all of their classwork done before they're chatting with each other on Google Classroom. So the classwork is organized by week. So you can see these are the assignments for this coming week. They've got a video to watch on Edpuzzle. And they also need to look at their comments from their state reports and go back and fix the proper nouns that weren't capitalized. They've got a social studies slideshow this week and a few little activities, not too much, just reading 3 pages in their textbook and doing 2 pages in the workbook. And there's some vocabulary. And there's a link on the Google Slides that will lead you to a website called Quizlet that has the vocabulary from this chapter that they can practice with some games. Their math is also in the playlist format, just like last week. We finished chapter 1. There was a little bit of confusion on lesson 1.4 about rounding to the nearest thousand. So we'll go over that in our small groups on Monday and Tuesday. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be focusing on lesson 2.1 and doing the Let's Practice for that together as a group. And with the math playlist, just a reminder, all the kids need to do is click on the link for each lesson. So there's a lesson video and then there's a guided learning video where I'm doing the problems with them as they're writing in their graph paper notebooks. If any of the lessons are really easy for your child and they don't need to go through it step by step with the teacher in the video, they can work on these guided learning problems on their own in their notebook, and I've listed the pages on the links. So with lesson 2.2, it's got multiple parts. So it's got a part A all the way through part F. You'll note that this chapter 2 does have workbook pages they're supposed to be doing, but our workbooks have not arrived yet from the publisher to the school. So I will let you know as soon as those arrive and get those out to you. the other things that we have this week, we've got a little bit of reading and grammar. They're starting their book clubs this week, and they need to read for 30 minutes a day every day and at least 20 pages in their book club book. And they also have an assignment in their Journeys textbook to read a story called Elisa's Diary and then do some workbook pages that are related. And the last assignment for this week is a planet report. I've given them a detailed video of what to do on Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll post another video on Wednesday talking about thesis statements. So what they're basically doing for Monday and Tuesday is they're just doing research, and I'm going to show you this really quickly on the on the Google Slides here for the assignment. Let's see. There's also, I'm going to show you, there's a link here to the Planet Report notes. They should have this paper in their yellow folder. It's just a white piece of paper that has different categories so that they can take notes about their planet and they can organize the notes so that if they're learning something about the orbit of the planet, they put it in this section. If they're learning something about the weather on the planet, they can put those notes in the weather section. And that just helps them when they're transferring their notes and turning them into sentences and paragraphs. They'll know exactly where to put it and how to organize their essay. So, whoops, I got on the wrong thing here. Okay, here we are. So I've linked for the kids articles about 6 different planets. So they can choose one of these 6 planets for their report. And say, for example, your child's working on Mars, then their assignment on Monday is just to read one article about Mars and take notes on that planet report template. So to get to the articles, you just click on source 1 and click on the link, and it'll take you to that article about Mars. You might have to scroll down. Oh, that's right. This one, Mars has a lot of different things you can choose from on this website. So let me, I'm going to click on a different planet. So let's look at Venus. Venus is a little more straightforward. Mars is the only one. So with Venus, they would go ahead and read this article and take notes on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they would click source 2 under Venus, and they would read this other article about Venus and take notes. Okay. And then so that's all they're doing on Monday and Tuesday is they're reading articles and taking notes. And then on Wednesday, we will be talking about how to choose which topics to put in their essay. And we'll be talking about what a thesis statement is and how they can write one. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me or you can call the school and leave a message for me. And I hope you have a wonderful week with your students. And if your child is feeling stressed and overwhelmed, or if your child needs extra work, please do contact me and we can work something out. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care.